Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai Ho. Jai Sitaram devotees. Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday with your Shri Pandit Shiva Janak Maharaj, your Thursday morning simulcast on Radio and TV Jaagriti with your Sooryoday devotee. And so this morning we are in this very auspicious period of Pitri Paksh. We are still in this period of Pitri Paksh, devotees. And so as we learn so much about Pitri Paksh, as Radio and TV Jaagriti has been here for the past 10 years educating our Hindus, devotees, it's very pertinent that we tune into Radio and TV Jaagriti. This is where you will learn more about your dharam, your Sanatan dharam, devotees. And it's very important. Recently, with discussions of persons about this period of Pitri Paksh, we realize how very uninformed or misinformed people are about this period known as Pitri Paksh, devotees. Recently, in conversation with someone, when I asked about them performing their Tilanjali and their Tarpan during this period of the Pitri Paksh, performing your Shraadha, performing your Pitri Paksh Puja, devotees, the person's response was, "My father stopped doing that kind of thing long time." That took me aback, really, that being in a time as this where we have so much information of the importance. Last week's program I dedicated solely to the importance and the blessings that you can get during the Pitri Paksh period by performing your Shraadha and offering your Tarpan. Here it is someone who has not been informed as yet as to how very important it is even to him to be prosperous in this life, devotees. And so this morning we'll spend a little more time to understand who exactly are these Pitris, devotees. You see, to become Pitri, when we leave, when the person who has passed on to go to the heavenly regions, devotees, or after we have left this physical body, we are considered Pret. The Atman is considered a Pret, not yet a Pitri. And after the evolution for the whole year of offering of the various pindas and so forth, at the end, by the Uttam Shodashi Shraadha, the yearly Shraadha that is performed, then that Atman becomes from a Pret to a Pitri. So in that performance, in that yearly offering, their devotees, there is something that is done that is called Sapindikaran Shraadha. And the Sapindikaran Shraadha, you will all would notice when you go to a visit or attend a Bandara or Shraadha ceremony being done, there's an extra little bedi to the top with 4 elongated pindas, not round pindas but elongated, and the Pandit will direct you cut the first pinda, which is representative of the Pret, the person who has died, and merge each piece with the other 3 pindas. And in doing so, this is where you have joined the ancestors who are there in Pitri Loka, devotees. This is where you now have the right to be called a Pitri. The Atman has now changed from a Pret to a Pitri. And in doing so, we have to understand after that Sapindi Shraadha has been formed, then you are allowed now during the Pitri Paksh period for offerings to be made for your benefit. The Atman, after entering that Pitri Lok by the performance of the Sapindi Shraadha, then has the authority so as to allow the descendants to perform that Parvan Shraadha for it. That Parvan Shraadha, what is Parvan Shraadha? It may be a term that is new to you. Parvan Shraadha is performed on the new moon, dear devotees. We can remember our ancestors on the new moon. We can remember them during Pitri Paksh. We can remember them during auspicious occasions when we perform Shraadha. But, however, this period of the Pitri Paksh which we observe is known as the Mahalaya Shraadha, which is this period of this Pitri Paksh, devotees. And within this period, that is one type of the Paravan Shraadha that we can offer. So it's very, very important that we perform that Shraadha during this period. As we learn more about our Pitris, their devotees, let us enjoy Pitri Stotram, their devotees, as we pray during this period of Pitri Paksh. May our ancestors be happy with the offerings that we offer to them. May they bless us, their devotees. What are some of those blessings we hear when we come back? Prem se bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai ho. Prem se bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai ho. Jai Sitaram, dear devotees. Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday with your Shri Pandit Shiva Janak Maharaj. Dear devotees, we are discussing this period of Pitri Paksh as it's so misunderstood, so we understand better. So we understand that after the yearly Shraadh, after the performance of the Sapindi Karan Shraadh, and that of the yearly Shraadh, dear devotees, the Pret now becomes and joins with the Pitris, dear devotees. And so it is said in Mahabharata, it says a householder who does not perform Shraadh during the period when the sun is in Virgo, how will he earn money and be gifted with a baby boy, as he would have enraged the ancestors? Additionally, the abode of the ancestors remains vacant till the sun moves from Virgo and Libra sign to the Scorpio sign. The abode of the ancestors remaining vacant during this period implies that the ancestors come closer to their descendants for blessing them. And if the Shraadh is not performed, they curse their descendants and return. Due to this, it is important to perform your Shraadh during this period of Pitri Paksh, devotees. Oh, many scriptures I have quoted for you last week, and I continue to quote for you this week of the importance of performing your Shraadh. Garuda Puran also says that during this period, the god of death frees Yamaraj. He frees such ancestors who are within his region to visit their progeny during Pitri Paksh. The subtle forms of the ancestors deceased, they look for the nice savories of honey, and so the kheer that should be offered on the pie, offered to the pious in this observance. During this period, they come and they wait. And it's mentioned specifically here, they look for the savories. You know, I have heard someone say that we tend to cut down cooking all the food and offering kheer. However, kheer is said is what they come for. So even though you may cook all the other foods, ensure that you have your kheer, please, dear devotees, as it is said here in the Garuda Puran, dear devotees. And so, having that offering, when they get it, they are pleased and they bless you, as it is said in the Mahabharata. And so each day, during the Pitri Paksha, how do you choose what day you should perform your Shraadh? Now, if you know the date of the Tithi, when the person would have passed on, then that day should be the day to perform the Shraadh. If not, there are other regulations that says on the Chaturthi and the Panchami days, those who have never had Shraadh performed should be performed. This helps the subtle body of the Pret to be liberated from that form of the Pret, their devotees. And those who never had the Shraadh performed could be performed on the Chaturthi Tithi and the Panchami Tithi of the Pitri Paksh period, their devotees of the fortnight. It also says those women who have died before their husbands, their Shraadh can be performed on the Naumi Tithi. On the Naumi Tithi, their Shraadh can be performed. Also the Chaturdasi Tithi and the Trayodasi Tithi. On those 2 days of the Pitri Paksh, Shraadh for those who have died by accidents, Akal Mrityu, by accidents and so forth, that Shraadh can be performed for them. However, dear devotees, it's difficult to keep up with all those rules and regulations to work out. And then if we are offering for 3 generations, Pitris come in the form of your grandfather, your great-grandfather, and your great-great-grandfather. Those 3 levels are there in your Pitri Lok, dear devotees. And so, Sarva Pitri Amavasya, what that most potent day for offerings. Enjoy a beautiful bhajan of Bhagwan Shri Krishna as we come back and learn what he says. Prince Bolo Shri Krishna Bhagwan Ki Jai Ho. Prince Bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai Ho. Jai Sitaram, dear devotees. Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday. This morning we are learning more about Pitri Paksh, dear devotees. And before we had that beautiful bhajan of Krishnaji, dear devotees, we have highlighted that there are many stipulations as to which day during the Pitri Paksh we can make offerings and perform our Shraadha for our deceased, dear devotees, our Pitris. However, it is known that the Amavasya, every Amavasya, every new moon, we can perform Shraadha for our Pitris, just as there is a Shivratri in every month. However, if we have not observed any of the Shivratris, we at least observe the Mahashivratri. You all know that Mahashivratri in the February month, dear devotees, where we celebrate Mahashivratri, the great night of Shivratri, Bhagwan Shiv. Every month, however, there is a Shivratri. Likewise, every Amavasya is dedicated to our ancestors. But this Amavasya, during the period of the Pitri Paksh, which culminates the period, the end of the Pitri Paksh period, dear devotees, is known as Sarva Pitri Amavasya, the most potent Amavasya of them all, just like the Mahashivratri is for Shivratri nights. This comes like the Maha Amavasya for that Sarva Pitri. So it says, the Amavasya that falls during Pitri Paksh is the last tithi of the Pitri Paksh. If it is not possible to perform the Shraadha on any other day for the entire year, this is the essential day that Shraadha should be performed for all the past ancestors, their devotees. That's why it's known as Sarva Pitri Amavasya. According to the scriptures, the Amavasya of the Pitri Paksh is the most appropriate tithi to perform your Shraadha. Should you know any of the other rules, this is the most appropriate tithi. And we now turn to Garud Puran once again, dear devotees. As it says, when the time of such observance is around, ancestors present themselves by the side of one's entry door, looking for the actual happening of the observance. When till evening no sign of the observance is there, they get afflicted with hunger and expectancy. Then they criticize their descendants and in grief get back to their regions, sighing deeply, their devotees. Therefore, before the new moon date of the Shraadha period, one should duly conduct the dedication the ceremony to the Pitris. Particularly, Shraadha in Gaya is very auspicious for the Pitris, and it also says that performing your Shraadha on that day is equal to performing your Shraadha in Gaya, dear devotees, where it is so very auspicious to perform the Shraadha. And it brings, therefore, they do not have to suffer the pangs of hunger and thirst. If one cannot financially afford rich foods, let him do it with a very simple: just make your key, dear devotees, as he stated before, and make your offerings. And this brings blessings to you, the performer. Doing this for the performer, it enhances your longevity, wealth, name, prestige, might, majesty, pleasure, and the heavens. It is said that more expectancy is accorded to the Pitris than even the gods, that we should worship our Pitris more than even the gods, for they are earned that in us, their devotees. So during this period of Pitri Paksh, again, cited here in Garud Puran. Very important. During this period, they come, they wait to see, and if they don't get, then they curse you. If they do get, they bless you with all these things that we have listed here, devotees. This is why it's very important. Don't be misinformed. Perform your Shraadha, perform your Pitri Paksh, perform your Tarpan, dear devotees. When we come back, who offered Tarpan? Let's see in this particular video. Principle of Shri Raja Ramchandra ki Jai. Raja Ramchandra ki Jai Ho. Dear devotees, there we see Bhagwan Sri Ram himself performing Tarpan. He performed till Anjali, putting the till, holding the Kushras, making the offerings of the till, making the offerings of Tarpan. So dear devotees, perform your Tarpan. May Bhagwan Sri Vishnu bless all of you. May your ancestors, your Pitri be pleased with your offerings of your Shraadha and your Tarpan, dear devotees. May you have all blessings of Bhagwan Sri. As we leave you today, we pray Om Astoma Sadgamya Tamsoma Jyotirgamya Mrityorma Amritam Gamya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.